You see me up close.
Yeah. And by the way, welcome YouTube. I just pressed I not gonna lie, I forgot to include YouTube in this at the beginning of this, but YouTube is now here. Hello. Welcome on to the stream again, meteorologist CJ Cartledge and Evan Thomas, and welcome on KSLA News 12 First Look with a breakdown. Pretty cool, pretty chilly though this morning. My goodness. I was out there this morning, and yeah, you definitely needed a jacket. Usually 50s, especially if you're out briefly, like you can get away with it. You can get away with it, even upper 40s. That's what we've had for the past several mornings. But this morning, oh no, no. Especially getting in in my truck. The truck was the steering wheel was what's the word I'm looking for? Frosty.
A little bit slow.
A little bit slow. We had lows into the 30s this morning, guys. Yeah, some notable temperatures that I'll say verbally around the region that we had. We were down to 37 in Shreveport. This was pretty much the lowest temperatures were felt out around 7 a.m. this morning. With, again, 37 in Shreveport. We had, I think, 33 in Marshall. Some areas getting down to around the freezing point. I think I remember seeing 32 in Bienville. 32 in Center, I think, as well. And I think the coldest mark of the whole region where we had a freeze warning in place. Yeah, a freeze warning. First one of the season. We had temperatures down at 30 in DeQueen for a good amount of time, actually, for the early morning hours. And guess what? Those temperatures that we still have, that we had this past morning, going into effect possibly again for your Friday and Saturday morning. So that is going nowhere. Nowhere. All right, let's get on to what we're doing here for the day today. So, for starters, we're going to go into the local forecast, me and CJ together. We got, some cooler weather still hanging tight around here before we eventually look forward to warmer temperatures, first of all. And eventually, that's going to lead into our next chance of rain, which may or may not be coming around Thanksgiving. We might have a Thanksgiving forecast in store. We can't really get into specifics with Thanksgiving yet for those of you wanting that, because I know there's a number of you probably already wanting that. But since it's 8 days away, it's kind of a part of our 12-day forecast still. So anything a part of the 12-day, as I always like to say, is I wouldn't say complete guesses, but it's estimates. It's estimates is what it could happen on those days. And then, CJ is giving us his latest TikTok here on TikTok Thursday. He'll do that after a commercial break. We'll got to tidy up some things and still get that all under wraps. All right. You ready to go, CJ?
I'm ready to go.
Man, yeah, it's the third consecutive day of sunshine, I will say, around here, so that's been good to feel around the Arklatex. Some beautiful blue skies, I will say, all around the region as I'm taking up the graphics here for you. Here's a live look on our John Harvey Toyota Skycam in Bossier City. Pretty nice big old view of whole atmosphere, honestly. Not a cloud to be seen in the sky. This is just one of those times where you kind of lose. You gotta fish out multiple words for sunny.
Yep. Sunny.
I don't know if you got some of those, like completely clear.
Yeah, bright, clear, free atmosphere. Nothing. Nothing in the sky right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing
All right, so our forecast headlines for today. The big headline for this morning is it was a bitter cold morning, and honestly, it isn't really much of a headline anymore. Again, we just went over the fact of the temperatures already being in the upper 50s and lower 60s, and that's increasing the temperatures by a solid 20 degrees, 25 degrees in the past 2 to 3 hours alone, which is honestly impressive. The sun has kind of rapidly warmed us up this morning here. We're kind of staying under this pattern, though, all the way through Saturday, where we get into the cold, bitter mornings and through Saturday morning, and we have kind of these, I wouldn't say warm afternoons, but 60s in the afternoons through your Friday and Saturday. And then the next major change to look forward to is a good warming trend that really gets going here Sunday into Monday. So yeah, live look at the Architects, nothing on our radar at all, and nothing on the future track that you can expect in the time being. Even though CJ doesn't even see the future track, I bet you could literally verbally tell me what's happening throughout Thursday and Friday.
Nothing.
There you go. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover late on Friday, but no rain. No rain is the point. All right, here's a look at the temperature trend over the next couple of days. This is looking on a map, essentially. We're getting our wind out of the north and west, which is coming from the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, the Rockies, and specifically the northern portion of the Rockies by Washington and Idaho, are getting I wouldn't say swamped, but absolutely gusted with a blizzard currently right now. They're dealing with their own issues with snow. We're not bringing in snow here locally, but we're bringing kind of a Rocky-esque air around here. It not only is it cold, but it is dry. It is clearing out that skyline in particular, and that continues again all the way through Saturday morning at least. Before Sunday, you get a very quick warm-up. I've described it this morning, and I feel like the best way to describe it is like the flip of a switch. We go from highs in the 60s on Saturday to 80 degrees on Sunday.
Bruh. Back to this warmer than average pattern that I'm pretty sure most people are pretty much tired of seeing now that we've been mostly above the average for this time of year since the beginning of the fall season. So sadly, we're going back to that.
Yeah, I will say if you get tired of those cold mornings, which I understand that a few of you do, then this will be something to look forward to because it's going to be brief. I will say it's going to be brief. We're going to warm up Sunday and Monday, and then even on Monday, you'll see a cold front is on our doorstep to kind of put us back into reality. I can finally, I think, call fall a reality around here with, I think, us finally settling into some consistent 60s for our highs, even though this is only the second straight day that we're having highs in the 60s. Highs in the upper 60s here for today, 69 in Shreveport, 68 in Coshada. I know our faces are hiding Natchitoches, but that could potentially get, I believe that high temperature is 70 for today. Some of us could reach over the 70-degree mark.
Wow.
So quite impressive to seek the turnaround that we had this morning where you had some of us wearing winter coats and T-shirt and shorts almost weather for the afternoon, honestly. Is that kind of your wardrobe?
Yeah.
For 30s to low 70s even?
It's pretty much. It's similar to how how we grew up in. We have winter in the mornings, and then we have more fall-like conditions in the afternoon. So definitely a big change for this morning and maybe even the next couple of mornings as well.
Yeah, pretty wild. All right, so here's a look at the weekend forecast. Some of y'all looking forward to that. Again, it's quite the contrast between Saturday and Sunday temperature-wise. I have 68 again Saturday, but then there's a high of 80 on Sunday. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, again, quite the turnaround there. I mean, we could be starting off Saturday morning in the 30s. So, really, the turnaround if you discuss also those morning temperatures and what they start off in, too. Another thing to consider, as well as the sunshine. No rain to worry about. Again, all through the weekend and all through the rest of the work week, too. And here's the peak at that 7-day forecast. It's nice and dry around here all the way through Monday. Yeah, Monday. The main change in for the next 5 days, again, is that just quick flip of the switch in the temperatures from Saturday into Sunday. 68 again up to 80. That'll also be the lows, too. It's a bitter cold mornings for Friday and Saturday morning into the upper 30s and lower 40s for getting those lows even back up into the 60s by Monday morning. And then cold front comes middle of next week. Notice the highs all the way back down into the 60s here by the middle of next week on Wednesday with some rain showers coming. That's looking like a scattered round of rain, and our next major rain chance coming around next Wednesday. I'm hoping that stays out of Thanksgiving. I will say, based on the models that I've seen, I don't know about you, CJ, based on the models that I've seen, this will be like our typical quick scattered rain showers that come into the Arklatex and then they're gone the next day.
Right.
And that's what I'm hoping for this Thanksgiving, too.
Yeah, I hope we won't have to bring the umbrellas out for anything that we maybe plan for Thanksgiving. But we're going to hope for the best, for sure. We're going to hope for mostly dry conditions for Thanksgiving at least. But we do need that rain, considering we're still under some type of drought conditions as of right now. But I can say, since the beginning of November, the drought conditions have improved a lot around the Arklatex. We were suffering under moderate drought, some of us severe, and some of us even extreme drought. But extreme drought is pretty much gone. Severe drought is on its way out, too. Most of us are only suffering under slight drought as of right now.
I know most of us forget how really dry October was because of how just consistent rounds of rain that we've persistently gotten, at least through the beginning of November. Now, I mean, remember, we had a first alert weather day back on Monday.
Right.
That kind of seems like a pipe dream now, thanks to 3 consecutive days of sunshine, including today, and the the long-term future where we're still not really getting rain until the tail end of that 7-day forecast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
yeah. All right, when we come back, we're gonna go over CJ Cartledge's latest TikTok. We'll describe that and give you a preview of that after this break. You want to hang around because CJ's our TikTologist.
Tiktologist.
Hey,
Crazy.
he's our TikTologist meteorologist. Bam. All right, we'll see you after a 2-minute break.
All right.
Peace out. For now, don't you go anywhere. We'll see you after this. All right, 2 minutes. I gotta get out your whatever.
Get Rachel.
Are you trying to get Rachel to fix the volume? CJ, I don't think we're going to be able to get this done in a commercial break. All right, welcome back. CJ Cartledge and meteorologist Evan Thompson, give us a moment to head on back because, you know, sometimes we have some technical difficulties behind the scenes, and we were trying to troubleshoot things and a lot of things in a matter of 2 minutes, and sometimes 2 minutes is not enough. So we're back. All right, so yeah. Which do you want to do the original TikTok you wanted to do?
I wanted to do the original one.
Okay, all right, the one you had for today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go back to that. As I'm going back to that, you can kind of preview your own lingo, I guess your motivation behind your Picasso TikTology.
Okay, so this weekend I actually thought of something funny to do because I found this song called "In My Bag" by one of these artists on TikTok, and it's kind of blowing up on TikTok because it has like a catchy beat to it. So yeah, I try to use that sound on it. And basically, I was talking about a point of view where like your friends come into the studio or somebody comes in the studio to watch you live, you know, and then I'm in the video. I'm recognizing like, yo, what's good? And then in the song it says I'm in my bag, and like in my bag, and oh, I just hit the mic real quick. So sorry about that. In my bag means like I'm gonna be locking in, try to like show off a little bit, and like try to like do the best that I can, so they get like a good impression of me as a meteorologist, just as a joke. But this is basically what it was about. Like in the song, he's like, "Now I'm in my bag," and then I say that like mouthing my words, and then I go and do like show off and everything. So that's basically what it's about. It won't have no sound right now, but that's basically what it's about.
We're gonna troubleshoot the sound problem a little more thoroughly after this, and I keep forgetting it because I think we had this problem for the past 2, it might have been even 3 of these, honestly. Sorry about that, but we are thoroughly gonna examine that after this, and yeah, we'll get things straightened out for next week. But anyways, you still have kind of closed captions behind this because I'm showing the people at the beginning of this where it says POV. Your friends come to watch you live in the studio.
Yeah, I have closed captions for what I'm saying in it, but what I'm doing like in the second half of the video is not really needed for closed captioning. You just It's based
Gotcha.
on a song that was playing.
All right,
but-
we'll go ahead and watch the full thing. I'll leave this on cam too in case you want to explain anything. So, but it's 20 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and play it now for your reference. You better not mess up, CJ. Ooh, he's got the swift movements. Sorry, I'm giving a little commentary. Oh, I got the bundle up too. you're, go- you're going down as well. That's nice. Hold up. That's like cartoons. You do like the step ladder. You can do that here too.
Yeah.
Hold up. I gotta start over on this side and then.
Ah, you almost got it. He actually got it. Is he gone on that screen? I can't even see. Oh no. Come back, Evan.
I'm gone. I'm all the way.
Oh my goodness.
Hold up.
But I had did not
Climb back up the stairs here.
this guy. But I had done a little step ladder thing because I had saw like the lows were like going downhill. I had did it on Sunday, so the forecast was like it was going like in the 80s. That was before the cold front had came through, and it had jumped down to like the 60s, 66, 65, 64 is what the forecast was. So I was just going like a step ladder down the hill trying to show off, like doing too much basically. I was basically doing too much. I admit I was doing way too much, but it was just for laughs, just for the jokes, you know.
Yeah. Oh no.
TikTok. What's what TikTok
That's
is for.
good. It's what they want. And sometimes a morning show, especially if
Yeah.
you're filling for me.
Mm,
You want to keep the crowd lively. You want to wake people up.
exactly.
You want to wake people up. Keep it interesting.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, obviously people want your typical weather forecast as well at the same time, but they got to make it interesting sometimes. Somebody, I forget who it was on social media, called me the dancing weatherman. I'm just like, I don't know what I did to deserve it, but all I remember was I think I did what was it? I think it was it was the Cupid Shuffle.
Oh
I
my
think like a
gosh.
month or two ago.
You did the Cupid Shuffle
On air. Because not CJ, sorry, Steven.
Uh-huh.
Steven wanted me to do that. First of all, Steven is, oh my goodness, he puts me on the spot.
Quite the prankster.
He is quite the prankster, and he makes you move. He makes you move. He wanted me to do a sing along today after talking about Wicked, the musical Wicked, and I'm like, no, I cannot do that on the spot. Also, the last time I did try to sing on this, there was actually comments that called me out for it and was like, you are thumbs down.
Wow, that's crazy.
Thumbs down. But props to you,
Nah.
CJ. That was good. That was good. You showed off on the spot. That was great. That was great TikTok.
I appreciate that, man. But just a disclaimer, I probably would never do the little step ladder on air like that unless I was actually like playing around and I wasn't taking it serious. But yeah, I would always take this weather serious for you guys.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I actually think I've raised my I think when I've talked about increasing temperatures once or twice before, I've talked about it like raising my head or like raising the level like a little bit like this, like verbally on air to show we got a little bump up in the temperatures, so to speak. It's just a creative way to do it.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Yeah.
You gotta make it fun.
All right, coming back, we'll recap this episode. We had some fun here today, and yeah, we'll see you for a recap of this episode. And we'll look forward to Friday's episode. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday. Do 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 do. All right, this is a little dance for you. Anyways, enough with that. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back to KSLA News 12 First Alert with a breakdown again. I'm meteorologist Evan Thompson. There's CJ Cartledge on the couch in front of me. Hopefully you had a good Thursday so far. I hope you enjoyed the cold temperatures around this morning. I feel like I got mixed feelings on social media. Some say they were truly ready for it. Some were like, "Are you serious? This is really what you wished for?" Others were like, "No, back inside." Absolutely not. I think for me personally, I know we discussed this kind of at the top of the podcast, but I love the cold temperatures. I think it was just the first, I guess, impact of feeling the 30s and lower 40s for the first time in a while that caught me off guard. I think the aspect of that is just, I don't know, caught me a little off guard with that.
Yeah, it's not used to it. We're in the southern United States, so it's not really expected, but it can happen for sure. Plus, with the jet stream being so variable, with the La Nina phase that we're in, so we can pretty much expect anything, but mostly to feel warmer than average with a few episodes or events of cooler than average temperatures like how we're seeing now.
And keep in mind, what you felt this morning is what you're going to be feeling for the next 2 mornings as well. This is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. We still have, again, this cool down with us all the way through Saturday afternoon pretty much before temperatures finally start to warm up a lot more into Sunday. So, yeah, good luck. Get the jacket out handy again here for the end of the work week. You're going to need it. Hopefully you learned your lesson today. If you didn't expect it this morning, that's for certain.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, this is what we talked about. This is one of the things we do is bring CJ on once per week. 2 of us do this episode together, but usually it's just me, and we talk about so many different things. We have topics that you guys can submit to us that we can talk about here on the KSLA News 12 First Alert with a breakdown. If you want to send those ideas to us, to maybe explain something scientifically, to go over the weather in a certain location, to talk about national weather phenomenon, which there is one happening right now. I'll actually end the podcast with talking about that. Yeah, we can talk about anything and everything on this podcast. For tomorrow, we stream one more weekday here tomorrow on Friday before heading off for the weekend. 10:30 on Friday. That is tomorrow, thankfully. Of another episode, we'll be going over sports, specifically football forecast. All of our favorite Arklatex teams back in action. Not gonna lie, that sports forecast on little Friday here on the KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather Breakdown starting to wind down a little bit. High school is in playoff season, and they're starting to slim down their teams. College football, I think, only has 2 weeks left. NFL's still got a number of weeks left, but starting to wind down a little bit more on that. I know our 2 Arklatex NFL teams aren't that hot either. Not much looking forward to there. That's for certain. So,
yeah, well, at least just outside of the Arklatex, but yeah.
Yes.
Cowboys, Saints, not looking so good. But so those Commanders though, that's my team.
My Falcons have a winning record, even though they've lost the last 2 games. They have a bye week this week. They need it.
Oh,
that's
man.
all I'm gonna say, and we don't have to lose this week. That's all that matters. Last thing I want to talk about real quick is if you have any family up in the Pacific Northwest, that's the major. That's where the major weather is right now. Lots of heavy snow, lots of heavy rain. I'm not sure if you've heard about that, CJ. I think inches, and I think even in some respective areas, feet of both rain and snow in respective locations around there. Showing up in the Pacific Northwest, basically what people call a bomb cyclone, which almost has the power of a hurricane. Just so you know, I was just gonna say, not with just the precipitation, but with the winds as well. Go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that pressure was dropping towards Category 3 or major hurricane level pressure. So it's definitely something to look at and examine and be wary of for sure. And if you have any family up there, which Evan may have already been planning to say, make sure to reach out to them and make sure they're okay, because this is definitely not something to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. Tropic season's died down here, but I guess it's ramped up somewhere else, numerically. The last thing I want to discuss about that is there's a term that meteorologists kind of thrown around there, and I'm kind of always intrigued by it. It's almost like a fire hydrant. because the cyclone is almost stuck in place off the Pacific Northwest coast, and that same band that goes around the bomb cyclone, which has all that precipitation, is stuck in place.
Wow.
It's stuck in place, which continues to give and dump all this rain and snow in the same exact areas. Fire hydrant. It's legitimate, and it's crazy. It's wild.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Wish the best for those in that area. Anyways, that's it for us in the KSLA News 12 First Alert with a breakdown. Thank you very much, TJ, for joining me again today.
Of course, no problem.
Happy Thursday to you. It's almost the weekend.
Happy
almost
Thursday.
The weekend. We're getting close to you. But again, one more episode tomorrow, Friday at 10:30. We'll be going over your local Arklatex teams and how they'll be faring off this weekend football-wise with the weather. Hopefully the weather doesn't hit them around too much. Tomorrow, 10:30. Be there. Be square, and most of all, be weather aware. We'll see you again tomorrow. Peace out.